Live Twice is my favorite entry in the Sean Connery era James Bond movie series. And the reason why it's my favorite movie with Sean Connery is because ninjas. It has something that most other James Bond movies don't have. Um, and I love ninjas because I love to study about the samurai and Japanese culture and whatnot. I've always been into martial arts. So it's great that this movie has like a martial arts ninja type theme. And it's set during the Cold War, of course, because it was made during the Cold War, which is why most James Bond movies from the 60s to the 80s have Cold War themes. This one, the terrorist organization known as Spectre, led by Ernest Blofeld, they are stealing, hijacking a bunch of U.S. and Soviet spacecrafts and kidnapping the astronauts and imprisoning them and blame framing both countries for kidnapping of each other country's stuff in order to start a nuclear war between the Soviet Union and the U.S. And the British government gets involved in the investigation, and they suspect Japan might be involved because one of the spacecrafts landed in the waters near Japan. So they send Bond to Japan. Well, at first they stage his death to make it look like he was killed, and then he look at that. That's why the movie's called "You Only Live Twice." And then he goes to Japan, meets his contact, Aki, this beautiful Japanese woman who becomes his love interest for most of the movie, Bond girl. And some pretty cool action in this movie. This movie has probably the most action of all the Sean Connery James Bond movies. Shootouts, fistfights, car chases, what have you. One of my favorite action scenes is when he's running through the rooftops and there's like a bird's eye angle shot of him running while he's being chased by these thugs carrying guns and knives and clubs and stuff through the shipyard docks on the rooftops. Yep. And then there's another cool action scene where he's got this gyrocopter chasing that's armed with rockets and machine guns, having an air battle dogfight with bad guys and other gyrocopters. So my most favorite action scene in this movie is the one with the ninjas, the Japanese Secret Service agent Tiger Tanaka that works that Bond and Aki work with. He has this ninja compound training quarters with a Japanese castle in the movie. Is actually a real Japanese castle in real life that was used as a location for the filming for the ninja training camp, which I really like. This movie also has a good theme song during the beginning credits, which I love. They're great music score too, as always. And Bond and his Bond girl has a good chemistry together with Aki. And Aki dies in the while Bond is doing ninja training when she's accidentally poisoned by an assassin trying to poison Bond in his sleep. And Bond is set up in a fake marriage with this female Japanese agent named Kissy Suzuki. Although her name is never mentioned in the movie, it's listed in the credits. And Kissy and Bond, they don't have much time together in the movie, and I wish their meetup happened or and Aki's death and his meetup with Kissy happened earlier in the movie, or Aki could have just been a sidekick throughout the whole movie. That would have been cool. But I really like when they find the bad guy's lair in this volcano where they got all these astronauts and spaceships they've stolen. We finally get to see Ernst Stavros Blofeld, and he has this like pet piranha in this moat under this walkway into his office, where if he thinks one of his henchmen have failed, he'll press a button and drop them into the little moat where they get eaten alive by the piranhas. It's pretty cool. And we finally get to see Stavros Blofeld for the first time, and that's pretty cool. Says we when Bond sees and Blofeld meet face to face for the first time, we the audience basically meet Blofeld face to face for the first time also, which is pretty cool. And Blofeld's played by Donald Pleasance, who does a pretty good job with the role. And and even when the scenes from earlier in the film when few scenes when he's heard but not seen, just seen stroking his cat with his hand, and even he's intimidating by the way he's hot, the way his voice sounds, the way he's threatening his peers. Pretty cool. And I like the cigarette gadget where when you light it and hold it for a while, it sets off a spark that fires a bullet at someone. Bond uses it to try to escape in one scene. It's pretty given to him by the ninjas that he trains with. The ninjas have machine guns and martial arts weapons, bow stabs, katana swords. And the battle they have with Blofeld's henchmen when they raid the volcano hideout is pretty cool. One of the best battles battles in the James Bond series. And Blofeld does not die, of course, because he's in the the following movies, so he escapes. But it's pretty cool when he tries to kill Bond, and he says, "Goodbye, Mister Bond." And one of the ninjas like hits him in the hand with a ninja star, sticks him, and it makes a gun fall out of his hand. Who knew he's leaving the volcano? He presses the self-destruct button to blow the place up, but everyone escapes, and Bond and Susie, they have fun together on their little life raft when they're rescued and live happily ever after. The end. Uh, this is truly one of the best James Bond movies. I give it 2 thumbs up. But that's my review. If you like it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.